My name is Akshay. I currently work as a senior technical compliance manager at Intuit. My duties include working across the security domains. So this touches across all different security domains like blue teams, red teams. Blue team is basically the defending team. Red team is the attacking team. And then we work with legal and privacy teams as well, because I work in the governance, risk and compliance space. As a team, we are responsible for making sure we adhere with all the security standards, policies, as well as the government regulations like maybe GDPR or maybe NIST, state laws like maybe the California Privacy Act, NY DFS, which is basically a financial regulation set up by the NY state.
Could you provide an overview of a career journey that ultimately led to you becoming the senior technical compliance manager of Intuit along the prescription history of the business?
So previously, before this, I was at Cloudflare, where I was mainly working for the blue team, primarily helping fend off security attacks. And previously, before that, I was at Wipro, where I was working in the red team, primarily responsible for setting up an application security program, where I was able to lead the digital transformation for one of my clients and set up the program for future success, so that they could seamlessly integrate new products into the lifecycle and still roll on with the same processes with just minor changes, maybe like tools or maybe personnel, etc. So in my current role, the thing I'm about to mention is we use a lot of artificial intelligence as well. Given it's new and it's in the governance risk compliance space, some entities are already moving faster towards regulating AI. EU, for instance, has an EU AI Act that's come up. So we are looking into that and how we can get regulated into that space. And I do a lot of engineering work, primarily in terms of like development, helping develop solutions internally for the security space. So that again touches across all domains of security.
What challenges have you overcome as the senior technical compliance manager of Intuit, and what advice would you give to someone who is looking to enter the IT industry?
Sure. So in terms of challenges, the main thing for me is I'm new to the governance risk compliance. So per my experience, I've been working in the blue and red team, but governance risk compliance is entirely a new area because it touches upon all the areas of security. I've never worked with legal or privacy teams before, except communicating and sending little emails back and forth. This involves more like working closely hand in hand together, because we need to define policies and standards, even from the legal perspective, trying to understand where we have gaps in terms of a company, in terms of like security standards, privacy laws. So for example, let's say if somebody is trying to work from a different country or different state, that requires us to meet certain legal obligations, like maybe tax, maybe if they have security regulations, like for example, EU has security regulations in terms of GDPR, and other regulations also come into play depending on data, like maybe financial data. So for me, primarily the learning curve was pretty steep to say, but I was able to cope pretty well just because of my background and experience. I've worked with different regulatory frameworks previously, just not to the depth of what I'm currently doing. So it's not that I have zero experience, I do have experience with that. So the learning curve is steep. I'd say the advice for people looking to get into IT is trying to be adaptive, trying to be flexible, and without trying to narrow down their skills into one specific set of domain, trying to integrate multiple technologies into their skill set. This is primarily to say because security is not a single space domain, it touches upon different aspects of all domains. So you may be learning things that you never expected to maybe hear or see in your life. So security, those decisions influence security. So even from a higher stakeholder perspective, there are some business decisions that are purely based off security, because it's such an important component. It should be enclosed in every aspect of the product or the process of each organization these days.
obviously the reason that you are here today is that you won the Lifetime Achievement Award in Information Technology from our IT Awards for 2024. Since winning that award, how has that affected yourself, would you say, both internally and externally?
Sure. So I've been privileged to be provided the Lifetime Achievement Award. I'm glad to know that my achievements have been recognized by the elite professionals in the industry. So since winning the award, my reputation in the cybersecurity community has definitely increased. I've been accepted into a couple of niche organizations that otherwise require membership and experience in the range of 10 plus years. My experience is more around 6+ years. So you can see that's a big difference of 4 years. Time is everything. And that 4 years can make a lot of difference. I've been accepted to other industry body memberships like fellows. So the RSA Fellow Royal Society of Arts is one that I've been accepted to. And this award has played a big part in that, definitely. They do require the profile to be outstanding and contributing in terms of what the person has done in their life to contribute to the community. So this has definitely been a game changer for me. So yeah.
Well, that is wonderful news to hear that you've been accepted into such prestigious organisations, and that has actually helped progress your career ahead of time and saved you those 4 years to even get even better over that time. So it is wonderful to hear. But it's been fantastic to talk to you today, Akshay. If people want to get in touch with yourself, or they're interested in discussing more with you about your expertise, or maybe they're just curious to talk to you about security, where can they find you?
Sure. I'm mostly active on LinkedIn. I stay away from other platforms just because I don't like to get distracted that often. So my LinkedIn is linkedin.com/IN AKSHAYSEKAR. That's Akshay Sekar. So anybody can message me on LinkedIn. I'm pretty open. I'm open to discussions. I do also often do like talk shows and events. I do presentations at local security conferences. So I do meet new people all the time, and they all ask me like, how do I get into security? I'm interested in security. So there's this IC Square conference membership. So if you're local to the US and if you live near the New Jersey area, which is where I am, we can meet in one of the local security events or conferences, or you can always message me on LinkedIn.
Brilliant. That's fantastic to hear. Well, we'll make sure to put that in the link in the description below. And again, thank you so much for joining us, Akshay. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much.